Welcome back to another video. I hope you are all having a really good week. Today I wanted to show you a really easy lotion recipe. So during this time of year, my hands just get really dry. I guess they're usually really dry, just due to washing all the time, just with young kids. So I wanted to make a lotion that was really nice and soothing. And so very easy to make. And it's only made with some avocado oil, coconut oil, and cocoa butter. You need an emulsifying wax and distilled water or aloe vera extract liquid, which I'm using in mine. And then, of course, because a lotion is oil and water, so it's usually 75% water to 25% oil. You can always play around with it. That's the nice thing about making lotions. If you stick within that range, it usually works out. But because it is a water and an oil, that is not good for bacteria. So bacteria really like to thrive in environments like that. So you do need a preservative, and essential oils are not preservatives. Vitamin E oil is not a preservative. So you will need something. And I use a GeoGuard ECT preservative, and it's one of the cleaner ones. And I use it at a 1% ratio. So whatever preservative you use, just use it at the ratio that it says to use it at, and it will keep all the nasties out of there. So stick around, and we will make this right now, and you will see how easy it is to make a nice lotion. So here I have an 8-ounce container. It's just a squeeze bottle. You know, it's just a preferred method because it reduces contamination. It's very important that you use rubbing alcohol to disinfect all of the things that come in contact with the lotion. So the forks of the blender, the thermometers, glass heat-safe measuring cups. And so here I'm just cleaning it all, just making sure that it's no contamination. And here is our hot bath. And so I'm going to be using 4.9 ounces of aloe vera extract juice. You could use distilled water as well. And here I'm just cleaning off the spoon, and I'm going to be scooping out some coconut oil. So coconut oil is 0.5 ounces. And avocado oil, you could use olive oil if you wanted to as well, and I'm using a 0.4 ounces. And here we have cocoa butter. You could use shea butter as well, and 0.4 ounces. And the emulsifying wax at 0.6 ounces. And this is important because oil and water do not mix properly. They will separate. So the emulsifying wax helps to ensure that it just stays a lotion. And so now I'm going to be adding them to their own hot bath. So there's the water phase and the oil phase. It has to, so this is where your thermometers are important because it needs to get up to 70 degrees Celsius. And it needs to stay there for 20 minutes. And that just ensures that it's been properly, the oils have properly melted, it reduces contamination, and it helps to emulsify. And when you do combine them, just make sure that they're within 7 degrees Celsius of one another, and that's just going to ensure that they properly emulsify. And just keep track of the time and the temperature, and you'll be good to go. And so here, what I would have done is used a larger heat-safe bowl in the hot bath, but here I forgot, and so I'm just cleaning out the mixing bowl that I'm going to be pouring them both into, and I'm just cleaning the forks off just one last time. And it doesn't matter which one you're going to pour in first, so the water phase I'm pouring in, and then the oil, you could use either way. And you'll just want to use a hand mixer. You could use an immersion blender or just a regular mixer like this. And I'm going to be blending it for a good 2 minutes and then letting it sit for a bit. And it's important at this time to add your preservative. So at 45 degrees Celsius for my preservative, I need to add that in. So here I'm just adding the thermometer, just making sure it's 45 degrees Celsius, and then I'm going to measure out my GeoGuard preservative. So just figure out what you need, what percentage. So I'm using a 0.68 ounces of GeoGuard preservative. And we're just going to add that in there. And this is optional. It's hydrolyzed oat protein, and it's really quite soothing to your skin. So I'm adding that in at a 0.1 ounce. And at this point, you can also add your own essential oil, but I just want to keep mine unscented. And I'm just going to take the blender again and give it a good another 2 to 5 minutes of stirring, and you'll be good. Your lotion will come out nice and creamy. It's just a really nice lotion for really dry skin, as you see here. It is nice and, good consistency for a lotion. And just pour it in however you can. If I had a funnel, that probably would have been a better option. So the lotion fills an 8-ounce bottle, and I just put it in a squeeze bottle. It's just more sanitary that way. You don't want to be dipping your fingers in because you got bacteria on your fingers. So we have the finished product. I'll just squirt it on my arm. It's really quite nice. Like, I have really dry skin, especially at this time of year. I just do a lot of, I can wash my hands a lot with little ones or diaper changes and whatnot. So if you can see that. So it's really nice. Just kind of back out of the frame. So it rubs in really nice. But it's a really good one for like dry skin. The cocoa butter in there and the coconut oil, but the cocoa butter is really soothing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. It's really easy to make your own lotion. And just remember that you do want to be using a preservative in there. Any preservative that you want, you can find them at sort of do-it-yourself stores. I find mine at Voyager Soap. And as well, you also want to be using distilled water, because distilled water eliminates the bacteria in there as well. So you really want it to be sanitary, and also just sanitary measures. You just want to cover your grounds completely. So you do want to be sanitizing everything that comes into contact with the lotion, and that would be just everything that comes into contact with rubbing alcohol. So those 3 things will help to keep your lotion bacteria free. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you haven't already, subscribe below because I post do-it-yourself videos weekly. Okay, have a good day. Bye.